Okay, this is Ben Doughty with imminent super featherweight pro sensation Charles Frankham and son of Tony, Charlie Sims. How are you doing today, gents?
Very good, very good.
So you're here today at the Grange Hotel because you've just been through that process of applying for the professional licence, Charles. I imagine it was pretty straightforward affair?
Yeah, straightforward. Just went in, had a little chat, and that was it.
Charlie, the thing that impressed me, the thing that I admired about you over the years, because I've heard about you since you were a young teenager, and people said you were a bit special and you were going to do big things, and you were doing big things in the amateurs. The thing I admired about you was that you weren't in a rush to turn pro, and I did wonder if you might even wait for a 2020 Olympics. What was behind the decision to make that move now?
I felt like it was the right time. I felt building myself up. I was obviously training with Tony for a bit, but building myself up, learning the thing, and I just thought it was the right time to turn over.
And Charlie, to bring you in here, is this young man a talent you've had your eye on for a few years at the Sims boxing kind of
Yeah,
enterprise?
well, absolutely. I mean, his amateur pedigree speaks for itself. I mean, the board were blown away when they actually looked at his record and how good it was. Then he's obviously been coming down the last 18 months or so, been doing a lot of sparring with some of the lads in there, Joe Cordino, Martin J. Ward, a few of the other lads as well. And it was just a decision that Charles wanted to turn pro. He wanted to be in the right place, and I believe that the Matchroom Elite Gym is the right place for him. And obviously, we were really happy to take him on board.
Charles, was there ever any doubt in your mind about signing with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn? Did you ever think about going the other route, the other big power broker, Frank Warren?
Always wanted to be with Eddie Hearn. It's obviously one of the best teams around, but it is the best team around. So.
You've been sparring pros for a few years now, and I know you used to spar with the Selbys and Wales and such. Have you had to make any adjustments or thought about specifically making adjustments in the last few months to adjust to the pro code, longer fights, etc.?
Not really, just like little things, just like my stance, inside blocking, things like little things, just picking them up. But I've been sparring our pros since I've been about 16 now, 15, 16, so I've always been in with them,
And we're not going to hang around, are we, gents? I believe the debut is penciled in or inked in for February the 2nd at the O2?
Yeah, February 2nd, the O2. It's going to be his professional debut. They always say your professional debut is the one that you never really forget, and it's obviously the only one that you can really do once. So it's going to be a big journey ahead. I think Eddie obviously has had his eye on Charles as well for a long time, so he's got some big plans for him as well.
And to say boxing is in your blood would be something of an understatement. Obviously, let me just check I actually know the relation. Is it your father that is the famous Johnny Frankham?
Granddad.
That's your granddad was Johnny Frankham, who was a top class light heavyweight in his own right, but is also probably more enduringly famous for decking the great Muhammad Ali, as it were. I mean, I see a piece in the Sun on Sunday. Do you feel like there's a sense of legacy, family legacy that you on your shoulders?
There is, but I think I've lived up to it so far, so good. Let's just keep it going.
You're going to turn pro at super featherweight.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself climbing through the weights as time goes on? Yeah.
I see myself getting bigger. Hopefully move up a couple of weights. You never know. Just only time can tell.
Okay, and do you feel that you can become a crossover star, or you're not focused on that so much? You're just looking at winning fights, winning titles.
Just taking my time at the moment, just getting a few fights underneath my belt. Obviously, it would be nice to get a few titles, and then we'll just see after that.
Charlie, I'm going to leave the last word to you. Anything you want to close on from the kind of Sims stable point of view?
I just feel like that Charles is walking into the sport, and it's in such a great place at the moment. Because obviously he signed up with Matchroom, and they've got a huge platform here in the UK and opportunities in the USA as well, as have signed with DAZN. So I don't feel like there's a better place for Charles to be right now. I said to him in the lift on the way down, we've got a great opportunity, so grab it with both hands.
From your own point of view, are you looking to get more kind of involved and make strides in the boxing world from a career point of view now?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working under guidance of my dad for quite some time now, probably like last 3 or 4 years now. So I feel like I needed to get some more experience in the game, but I seem to be doing fairly well. helping restructure his business. Obviously, Tony's built up a great stable again over the last 18 months, 2 years. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm here for the long haul. I want a career in boxing, so I'm going to be around.
Have you suffered from some of that inevitable prejudice of people saying, "Oh, he's just Tony's son. He's just riding on the coattails"? Do you get that?
I guess it's a similar sort of question to Charles as well. Obviously, he had a granddad, so he comes from a boxing family. I come in from a boxing family as well, but I guess we're just here to put our own stamp and our own name in the industry. It always helps when you've got a leg up. My dad's a very respected man in the boxing industry, so he's helped connect me with a lot of people. He's helped guide me, helped give me a lot of experience. So I don't think a lot of people would turn around and say, "Oh, he's just Tony's son." I think people can probably turn around and say he's learned a lot from Tony, but ultimately I'm here to do my own thing.
One closing question: from the point of view of branding, are we still going with the Boom Boom nickname?
Yeah.
And are you aware of the lineage of that name? Are you aware of two former world champions who used to have that sobriquet?
Yeah.
Okay, who are they?
Ray Boom Boom Mancini and I can't remember the other one.
Alan Boom Boom Minter.
Yeah.
Charles, I'm looking forward to seeing your debut on the 2nd, and I'll follow the journey very avidly. Thank you for your time today. You too, Charlie. Be lucky. Cheers, fellas.